Sup guys, I'm gonna make my Warped Tour survival guide and Taylor's here to help over there.
Have a sandwich.
So, now I feel pressured because Taylor's in here. Anyway,
You're okay.
So, Warped Tour survival guide. I went last year, so I'm going to tell you the things that I gathered and the knowledge that I gathered from being there last year. See, I had to get up at like 4 in the morning because we had to go get Evan, who lived an hour away from where my mom was. Neil's about to walk in.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yep, that's him. That's him. That's him. There he goes. I suggest trying to get some sleep the night before, because me and Taylor were really dumb, and we hadn't adjusted our sleep schedules very well, and we only got 2 hours of sleep. I think she got 3.
I got 3.5.
She got 3.5. I got 2. I'm a light sleeper. So make sure that you try to adjust your sleeping schedule or something, because you really need sleep. You really need sleep. You're gonna be there all day. Well, so we drove all that way. We got there at like 10:30, and for some reason the line wasn't even that long.
We made our own line. There was already 2 really long lines, and then like us and a bunch of people just like walked over there, and we were like, this is a new line.
So we got through like really fast, but I'm gonna guess at most venues you won't. So try to bring 3 canned goods, $5, or an old phone, because then you get to skip the line, and it puts you in this little shorter line, and you get a little bracelet, and then you get to go by faster. So bring those, because waiting in a very long line is not worth it. I mean, it's worth it to see it, but I mean, if you could just bring stuff and get a shorter line, then obviously you should do that. And I would really suggest paying the $2 to get the little map date thing that they sell, so you don't have to keep like running back to the inflatable thing and looking at all the dates and stuff and times and the stages and stuff, because that's really a hassle. Here's the little map and dates thing that you should get here. So just pay $2 and you get a little guy friend.
I said that too.
It's really bright outside, even though it's raining. Okay, before Warped, make sure that you go to like all the bands that are playing or that you want to see, their Instagrams and their Twitters and their Facebook pages, because sometimes they have like info that you need to know and like just stuff. And like if you like go to Vans like Instagram and Twitter and like and all the tents, like the merch tents and all those stuff, if you go to their like all their social media stuff, then sometimes you can get free stuff if you like enter a code or get a code or stuff like that. I would say you should always bring a friend. The friend that you are bringing. Always bring a friend, because if you don't, then it'll probably be really lame. And make sure you keep track of your friend at all times, okay? You do not want to lose your friend at Warped Tour. You do not want to get like disconnected from them in a mosh pit. You gotta keep track of your friend. Make sure that you have a little meetup spot. So if you get lost, you can meet up there. That'll be good.
Or don't run away or have a panic attack and then disappear and everyone thinks you're dead like I did. That's a bad idea.
She did that in the middle of Bring Me the Horizon. We started out together. It ended, well, I left because we had to go to a signing. And then I was like, where is everybody? And Taylor had apparently gone off and was freaking out and all this stuff. And my mom actually saw me and she told me, so. Yeah. Goodbye. Here are the main things that you should bring. Okay, if you're gonna bring like more than what can fit in your pocket easily, then bring a bag. I'd suggest bringing a bag anyway in case you get any merch or any posters or anything, you know, so you don't have to like carry them around in your hand, because what fun's that? Very important, bring a notepad and some Sharpies or pens in case you need to like write down any notes, write down any dates, anything like that, or if like you're at a signing and they wouldn't have a pen or Sharpie, then you have one. So just bring it in case you need to write down anything. Make sure you have your tickets and your money. That is obviously the most important thing that you can have. Make sure that you have that in your possession. Obviously, bring your camera and your charger and your phone and your charger. But when it comes to cameras, I would probably suggest not bringing your nicest camera or one that you really care about. Which, like, big cameras, big bulky cameras aren't allowed in there anyway. Case in point, or point in case, however that is. Don't bring a really nice camera. Some of them you can't even bring. Because it's a really good chance that something would happen to your camera. Because, like, after Warped, or after, like, every show, there's so much stuff, like, on the ground that's completely trampled and ruined. So, I really wouldn't bring a very good camera, if you care about it. Bring a water bottle. I'm pretty sure they only allow one water bottle, and it has to be sealed. And you can refill them at, there's, like, the hydration stations, where you can refill water, but it's not always the best water, and it's kind of hot sometimes. But it's honestly better than buying water, because it's like $3 a bottle, and all your money is going to, like, go down the drain. Bring a light snack if you're going to get hungry. Something like, all they allow is, like, little bagged things, like homemade things, like pretzels and, like,
You can only bring one.
trail mix. And food there is expensive, but, like, I wasn't hungry most of the time, so I would just suggest eating, like, a really good meal before you go. Either way. Bring sunscreen. Because if you're like Taylor or Evan, then you are going to get a very bad sunburn. And your skin's going to be peely and gross for a really long time.
My sunburn lasted from July 3rd until the first day of school, which was like August 11th. Where's sunscreen?
Just bring it. Just because if you get a sunburn, you're going to be really pissed off. I would actually bring a plastic bag inside your bag. Because if it rains, then like a lot in there could get ruined.
Plastic bag thing makes a lot of sense, but whenever you do that, keep your water bottle outside of the plastic bag.
Definitely.
Because my water bottle busted and got over all my stuff. Like, everything. Everything in my bag got ruined, and it sucked. So, do that.
Okay, for the skip the line, like I said, bring 3 canned goods, $5, or an old phone. You may want to bring a sunglasses or hat, because you are going to probably be in direct sun for like 9 hours. It's 10 hours. So, you know, if you want to be able to see through the sun, you might want to bring sunglasses. But make sure you don't care about them, because they're like probably going to fall off and get trampled. I saw this suggestion the other day, and I thought it was a good idea. Bring Germ-X and tissues. Because if you end up going to the porta potties, they're disgusting. Porta potties are disgusting. So you may want Germ-X for when you get out of there. Or if you touch anything that's gross, or before you eat. And then if they would like run out of toilet paper, then at least you'd have tissues. Or if you need to wipe off your hands or something. One thing you should not bring is a giant bag or a purse when you're going to Warped Tour. If you are going to Warped Tour, you do not want a giant fucking backpack that looks like you're going hiking, you know, when you're walking around, because it's going to annoy people, and when you're jumping in the, you know, the crowd, it's going to bump into people, and it's going to bump all over your back, and it's going to be hot as a motherfucker. So, just don't bring that kind of bag. It's so dumb. And if you're a girl that likes carrying around her little frackin' purse, just don't do it. Purses are not usually clasped very well. Stuff can fall out. If you're in a crowd, your stuff is going to go crazy, and it's a possibility somebody's going to steal your shit. This is not a good idea, okay? What I brought was like a drawstring bag. I actually don't know where that is right now. But it was just a normal, like, little slick drawstring bag. I think it just said, like, Vans off the wall. It was just a normal small little one, like this big. That's honestly the best kind of bag you can bring, in my opinion, because it's light, and usually they're slick, so they're like water resistant, and you can fit enough stuff in there to where you're good to go, and it won't be too annoying. And also bring deodorant and maybe some kind of perfume or something, because you're going to get really sweaty and stinky, and you know, you'll probably just feel a lot nicer if you bring deodorant or use some body spray every once in a while. Now, stuff to do. Stuff to do the night before. The night before, pack all your stuff. Do not wait until the next day to pack your stuff. That's so dumb. You can forget so much. Just don't do it. Just pack the night before. And charge your camera and charge your phone because, you know, battery runs out faster than you think. Make sure that you have your ticket in a secure place where you know where it is, it'll be safe, but you won't forget it, because if you forget your ticket, then you're kind of fucked. Another thing, you guys might want to check the weather, like a day or two before, you know, your date, so you can see what the weather's going to be like, because you'll want to dress accordingly. Like, if it's cool, like it was 70s for me and Taylor, then, you know, you can probably dress however you want, which I still wouldn't advise, like jeans and all black and everything. But if it rains, then a lot of people say to bring ponchos, because an umbrella would be so dumb, because you'd block everybody, and there's so many people there, and it would just be so annoying. Personally, I wouldn't care if it rained. Like, I wouldn't want to wear a poncho. Like, if you're going to be in the middle of, like, a giant jumping crowd and it's raining, that just sounds awesome to me. That's another reason to bring a plastic bag, so anything paper or electronic you have, you can put in there and not have to worry about it if it rains.
I have a couple questions. Can I ask? There's a couple things I'm not sure if you should bring or not. Do you think maybe you could help me out there?
Yes.
Let's say, I don't know, you're on your way to the concert and you stop and get a roast beef sandwich. Can you bring that with you?
No. You can only bring
They
one.
actually sell those for
Yeah, they sell
$1.
those there. But if you're bringing it, you're not going to be able to bring it in, because you can only bring a light snack that's homemade.
Okay. Well, I love my pet cat. Can I take my cat, Two Sheds, into the concert and just carry him around with me?
No, you can't.
No?
They don't allow pets there.
Okay. What about a couple rolls of toilet paper?
I think you can bring toilet paper. Although I'd only bring like one, because you don't really have that much room in your bag, probably. Because bringing a big bag is dumb.
Well, I'm pretty handy around the house, and sometimes I like to carry a toolbox with me to different places. Should I bring a toolbox?
No, they'd probably
To the
consider that
concert.
a weapon. And I don't think they'd be happy about that.
Okay. And oftentimes I get hungry and thirsty at the same time, and I found that, like, nothing hits the spot like Jell-O gelatin. Can you bring a bowl of Jell-O gelatin with you to just kind of snack on as you're listening to the bands and stay hydrated while getting some nutrition?
Jell-O isn't. Hi. You may wonder why I have changed my hair and my clothes. Well, in the middle of that video, I had to go to dance practice, so I had to change, so I was all like, you know, sporty and stuff. There are certain things you should do the day of. Make sure that you wake up extra early, because you want to make sure that you have plenty of time to get ready, and you need to get there early, obviously. You want to get there early because the line's going to be really long, and if you get there early, then you can get in faster and you can get your mat faster and all that jazz. You know, obviously make sure you do your makeup and hair on the way. As far as makeup and hair goes, if you have long hair and you're like sensitive to heat at all, I would wear it up, because it gets sweaty as shit on your neck and stuff. It's really hot. And I think it's supposed to be a really hot summer. So you should probably wear your hair up if you have long hair. And as far as makeup goes, do not wear like tons of makeup. Don't wear tons of foundation and tons of eyeliner or lipstick or like any of that, because you're going to sweat a lot. Trust me, you're going to sweat a lot. A lot. So it'd be best to just not wear a lot of makeup. Just don't have to worry about it. Last year, I just wore like waterproof mascara and a tiny bit of eyeliner. Not even that much, because you don't want it smeared all over your face and sweaty and drippy. Make sure to get your water bottles. I'm pretty sure that you can have 2 sealed water bottles. Make sure you have water. You're going to need so much water. You're going to need a shit ton of water, because you're going to be out all day, and you're going to get dehydrated if you don't get water. Make sure you have your tickets and your money, because they're the most important thing you can get. Make sure that you have them. And then make sure you get all your stuff for the skip line. And as soon as you get in, go get your little map thing. As soon as you get in. Just like, shows start like right away. So you need to know if one of the bands that you like is going to be playing right away. And then you need to, what I would do is have a notepad so you can write down when signings are, which you find out by going to the specific band's tents. It'll usually say when their signings are, like, out there, really obviously. So when you get there, get your map, write down when all your favorite bands are playing and when. You know, you should probably figure out which ones are your favorites and which ones are just kind of meh. So, you know, you will have everything lined out. And then write down your signing times. So go get those. Get your map. Write down the times for the bands. Check the tents of the bands that are your favorites so you can see what time they're doing signings. And yeah. Hi again. So I took my hair down because I hate wearing my hair up. But a thing that I forgot to mention is when you go early to like the tents to see when the band signings are, that's really, really important to do it right after you check the set times and stuff, because a lot of them, there'll only be like a limited amount of spots. Like last year when I got a Sleeping with Siren signing, like you had to have a poster to get a signing, and a lot of bands are like that, so make sure that you get whatever you need. Here's my poster I got signed. I don't really like them anymore, but, you know, obviously I like having this poster to remember that day by and everything. And this is actually before Jesse left the band, so it's, like, kind of unique. Okay, now for what to wear. You really, you know, okay, last year I wore these black shorts that had little studs on them, and a camisole, a red camisole, and over it like a black tank top. And I had my hair down and stuff, which for my date, July 3rd, it was really cool. It was like 70 something, so it didn't bother me that much, wearing all the black and having my hair down. But I'm gonna say that because it's probably gonna be really hot wherever you're going, you shouldn't wear all black. You should not wear jeans. You should not wear boots. Don't wear flip-flops or sandals if you care about your feet. Okay, if you're in a crowd and you're wearing flip-flops or sandals, or even like Toms, your feet are going to get squished. And boots are giant and clunky and really hot, and that would be so uncomfortable. So, you know, I'd say probably wear Vans. Or Converse. Converse would be okay. Something like that. Or tennis shoes if you really want to, but I hate tennis shoes. I think they look lame. Unless you're exercising. And as far as a shirt goes, probably something like light colored and, you know, comfortable. As long as it's comfortable, I think that's all that really matters. Nothing like really revealing, because if you're, you know, in a giant crowd, or if you decide to crowd surf, which I'm going to crowd surf this year because I didn't last year, but if you're in like a crowd like that, then, you know, you don't want your boob to fall out. Or if you're crowd surfing, you don't want your boob to fall out, and you don't want, you know, your butt hanging out everywhere. I would say wearing bikinis is probably a really bad idea, because a lot of girls get them pulled off. And that would just be so embarrassing and horrible. If you wear a bikini, at least wear one that doesn't, like, have a tie on both sides, like up here and down here, because that would be horrible. I mean, I can understand, like, sports bras. I think it's okay to wear sports bras and bandeaus and all that stuff as well. And as far as shorts go, I mean, I guess that's just up to you. I just wouldn't wear jeans, especially skinnies. Oh my god. I mean, a hat's okay, like I said, if you don't care about it. And it's comfortable and it'll shade your face if you want to. I personally wouldn't wear a hat, but, yep. This is probably what I'm gonna wear. I know that I'm kind of being hypocritical because this is a lot of dark, but last year I wore so much like black, just like straight black. But all this is really comfortable. These are really comfortable, like loose shorts. And I mean, I got really sweaty last year, so I just want to wear something that's nice and comfortable and lightweight. And I mean, I don't want to be too scandalous, but it is going to be hot as shit. So, you know, this is probably what I'm going to wear. Props. Along with what not to wear, I really would advise not wearing a dress or skirt. Because if you're in a crowd or you're crowd surfing, people are going to see your butt and your badge. And you really don't need that happening. That's just not a good idea. And if it's a really long dress or skirt, then, you know, you could trip on it, or it could get dirty, or other people could step on it, or anything. So just don't do it. Okay, here's just like the basics of what to expect at work. Well, expect to get up really early, make a really long drive, get there, and it's probably not going to be like anything that you thought it would be. Because when I first went, like, the way I, like, visualized it, it was totally different. Totally different. And, the first band that I watched last year, my first year going, was August Burns Red. And, hadn't been to a metal concert before. And, you could say that I was a bit surprised. Because, I mean, they are a fairly popular metal band, so there was a lot of people. And most of them were, like, guys. Big guys.
And they're all, like, going back and forth, and we were getting thrown around. The crowd surfers were, like, kicking us in the face and stuff, and Evan kept throwing people off of us and, like, helping us up. And
just really try to brace yourself. It's probably not going to be like anything that you think it's going to be, if you haven't been to a metal concert before. It's really big. Like, there's so many tents and so much stuff, it's probably going to be bigger than you realized, because it was bigger than I realized. You're going to get really thirsty and really hungry, and that's, you know, anytime you have a break, you should probably just fill up your water bottle, just because. You probably won't get to see all the bands you want and get all the signings you want, because I didn't get to see all the bands that I wanted to see. But I mean, I saw my favorites, I made sure that I did. But I didn't get to see all the ones I wanted, and I only went to one signing. Like, expect to just have a blast. Like, don't go there in a bad mood. Like, it's going to be so fun, and you're going to be able to share all these experiences with your friends and possibly meet band members, you know, bands you love. And being in, like, the middle of a crowd where there's so many people, like, so into, you know, the music that's going on. It's like transforming experience. Like, just imagining it just, like, makes me want to cry. Like, I've cried about it before, just thinking about it. Because when I was in Bring Me the Horizon, and, like, there were so many people just jumping in sync and singing the same lines together, like, you know, rejects and nerds and losers and everybody all aligned and all together for, like, one reason. It was absolutely fantastic. I felt so free, you know. I felt like I still had really bad scars, when I went, but I felt like I could, like, jump and raise my hands and scream and yell without, you know, being judged. It's a really great feeling, just to see, like, all the varieties of people there, and just for everybody to be joined together for one reason. It's awesome. The bands that I'm going to see mostly, I mean, that I'm hoping to see, are Every Time I Die, Chelsea Grin, Volumes, Inner Shikari, Born of Osiris, Parkway Drive, Dayshell. Okay, and everybody take note. The date I'm going to is July 29th in Nashville. If anybody going happens to see this, then I totally want to meet you. Like, I want to meet, like, everybody that I can. Because I just love meeting people so much. So, if you're going to that, then you should comment below, and I'll get a hold of you. Or tell me in my Ask FM, which I'll leave in the description. Or tell me on my Instagram, which is at @thechinchillaqueen. That would be so awesome. July 29th, Nashville. If any of you are going, let me know, because I want to meet you. So, last year when I went to Warped Tour, it was on July 3rd in Indianapolis, and ironically, that was the same day as Evan's birthday. So, there's kind of conflict there, because he really wanted me to be with him, but I really wanted to go to Warped Tour. And there was, like, this whole, like, awful, like, what do I do? Like, I bought my tickets before I realized, you know, that those two were together. And, like, a few months before Warped, like, there was brilliant news. I heard about the reverse daycare, which, if you guys don't know what that is, that means that your parents can get in for free, and they can chill in this little tent where it's, like, air conditioned and they play movies and there's, like, lounge chairs and stuff. So, your parents get in free, and then they, like, can relax. So, you know, that might convince a lot of your parents to take you if they're being kind of iffy about it because, you know, they probably don't want to stand out all day. So then because of that, which I'd had 3 tickets I bought initially because I had to get one for me, for Taylor, and for my mom. So then when, you know, we heard about the reverse daycare and that she could get in for free, she got in, and then I had a free ticket, and then I took Evan. Okay, here's all the stuff that I bought at Warped Tour last year. I got a Bring Me the Horizon bracelet because I saw them, and I went mostly for them. They were like my favorite band that I saw there. I also got this Bring Me the Horizon shirt, which I bet this looks like gibberish to you right now, but what happens, look, if you can't tell, it says I say you're a cunt when you fold it up. So that was cool. I got this tank top, which there was I got it from a merch tent that wasn't involved with any bands playing there. It was Every Time I Die's guitarist brand. It's like Jordan Buckley's pop-up shop. I wanted to support Every Time I Die, and Evan got a tank top really similar, but it was a lion. And then I got this shirt, which I love my Try Live Under Her Arm shirt a lot. A lot of people have asked about that shirt, and that's where I got it. They have that tent there like every year, I think. And then the last thing I got is my Warped Tour 2013 compilation CD. I don't have the case up here right now with me, but it has, altogether it has like 50 songs on it, and it was like $12 or something. So that was cool, but that's all that I could afford there, and I had Evan help pay for my tank top too. So things are really expensive. Okay guys, thank you for watching my Warped Tour survival guide, and I hope that this helped you some, or a lot. If you have any questions about Warped Tour, then just comment them, or go to my Ask FM, which like I said is in the description thing. And yeah, I hope that if you go, you have a blast. It's so fun. And if you're going to the July 29th date, try to contact me so I can meet up with you. Okay, bye!